Okay, here's an example of factor by grouping. We want to factor this expression as x cubed minus 6x squared minus 9x plus 54. So when you do this factor by grouping, what you want to do is, first of all, you always see if there's a common factor, a greatest common factor you can pull out. In this case, there's not in all four of those terms. So when you do grouping, you want to group the first two and group the second two. With those first two terms, you want to pull out what's common. We can pull x squared out of those first two terms. When you do that, you'll have x minus 6 left over. Whatever sign this is in the middle is going to come straight down, because if it's negative, you're going to pull a negative greatest common factor out of those last two terms. Alright, so there's a negative 9 is common in the last two terms. Alright, pulling negative 9 out of negative 9x leaves me a positive x inside there. Pulling negative 9 out of a positive 54 will leave me negative x, just like that. Alright, so now if you notice, what's in the parentheses matches x minus 6 and x minus 6. So we know that we're doing the process correct. And what we're going to do is pull those common x minus 6. We want to pull it out front. So we'll have x minus 6 directly next to it. You open your set of parentheses and write down what's left over. There's an x squared here and a minus 9 there. Now, we're not quite done. If you notice, this x squared minus 9 is a difference of squares, so we can actually factor it again. It's got to split apart one more time. The x minus 6 can't do anything with it, but it is part of your answer, so it needs to come down. X squared minus 9 is a difference of squares. You factor that x minus 3 and x plus 3. Whenever you do factor by grouping or any other type of factoring technique, if you think you're done, like at this step right here, you always look at both of those factors and see if they can be factored again.